The name of my paper is Emojis, a New Form of Communication. Recently, emojis have been on the rise due to their accessibility of them. If you use a smartphone, they usually find them in our text messages. We find them in applications such as Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. They help us to be able to connect with people through them. Sometimes in writing, we're not able to express our feelings as we would be able to if we were face to face with someone. Emojis allow us to make that communication and that connection with someone when we can't express our feelings. Emojis can be found in a wide range. You can find an emoji with a crying face, a smiling face, a laughing face, and now we have emojis with party hats. We also have them in with the same skin colors as we might be able to identify ourselves. I believe emojis can be considered as more versatile and be able to help people communicate in different ways that we weren't able to before. Some points that were covered in my essay were that emojis were able to help relationships. They were able to create better bonds at work environments, but they were also had a negative effect on how relationships and people communicated. So, how do they help strengthen relationships? Well, emojis can help to set the tone of a relationship or a type of romantic relationship. Based on an emoji, if you send hearts, that can establish how someone is connecting with you or that they want to date you or they want to go and do something with you. Emojis also help with consent. So if your partner or if you're someone, that you're trying to see, but you want to go a bit further, take it a step further than that, with the help of an emoji, you can send some type of hint. And whether they reply back with the same type of emoji, such as an eggplant, then you know that they are into you and that they want to go ahead and take that next step with you. Now, if they do not reply back with that, or they don't even reply back at all, then you do know that this relationship was never meant to go any farther than just a friendship or maybe just a first date. Emojis have helped to keep long distance relationships also very well communicate very well between each other, for you're able to send I love you with lots of little hearts or happy anniversary with hearts and champagne bottles. So I believe that with that, you're able to strengthen a long distance relationship if you're not able to communicate with each other constantly through the phone, or it spices up just a boring text. Instead of saying have a great day, you can say have a great day with smiley faces and smiley faces with big giant teeth, showing that your true emotion, how you're feeling for that person. Now, in a work environment, people are now using them as a way to communicate that they have read memos, for example. In one of the companies that was mentioned in one of the articles, they use emojis to symbolize that to symbolize if they had gotten a memo and if they were reading it, they would use the eye emojis. So the big bold eyes pop out, meaning that they were looking into that matter. So with that, it helps to form a different type of communication. I feel like it's a more collaborative communication where people can just send emojis such as the little eyes to let someone know that we're looking into that matter, or a thumbs up to let them know that we all agree with what the topic is being covered. So I think that is a quick way for cooperation, because that is one of the main issues that is troubling in communicating, is that we do not communicate enough. So with the use of emojis, work environments are able to over communicate and make sure that everyone understands what is going on in the workplace. And they also kind of break the ice. If you have never worked with an employee before and you have to cover the same type of topic or have to work on the same project, and you guys have never communicated before, sending them something, like a memo, and then ending it with like a smiley face, happy face, like, oh my god, this is so hard, explosive, emojis, an emoji with an explosive brain, you're able to break the ice because although you guys have never communicated verbally, you're able to communicate with the emojis and share your the same type of connections or expressions on how you feel over a topic. Now, although they are great with helping strengthen long distance relationships or setting the tone of a relationship, of a new or old relationship, and helping with work environments, they can also be harmful because it also depends on cultures. Many cultures do not use the same symbols to symbolize the same thing. For instance, in Muslim cultures, the prayer emoji does not mean the same thing. Or in China, if they use the smiley face emoji, it doesn't mean happy or emotion. It means something else. So that is something that we have to take in mind whenever we're sending emojis to people that are not from the same culture as we are, or in the same country, I should say, because for most of us in the United States or in most parts of North America, we do know that, smiley face emoji means happy or content, or that the prayer, two hands together like this, means blessed or prayer. We have to take into consideration when we start communicating with people that are not from the same country for us or share the same cultures or values as us, there is a barrier that we need to be able to understand and be able to communicate clearly so that they do not misunderstand how those emojis are being used. So we need to take some time to see what it is that they use and what they don't use, and be able to use emojis to communicate efficiently as we do here in our everyday lives. My advice is to continue to use emojis to be able to increase the way that you communicate. I feel like they're a very good way to be able to express our feelings other than just having plain old writing or text in their messages. Yay, congratulations, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. Yes, that is nice, but once we have it with a smiley face or exploding champagnes, we're able to see the connection and feel like, oh my god, they are excited for us. So that's my advice. I feel like we should continue to use them as well as our work environment, because I feel like they do improve our communication and our collaboration. Thank you so much for your time.